No Nonsense with Nico, live on location from Boucher Beach. Having a fantastic time, laying in the pool. Although I'm pretty sure that there was less volume moved out of a pool or more water displaced when Titanic took effect. I don't like this heat. It's been so friggin' hot. 95, I don't do that. 96. I go to work for, I don't know, like 7 in the morning, and it was 70 degrees before 7 a.m. No, I'm not okay with that. I don't know how people do that all the time. Like, how do you live in Arizona, people? I know it's dry, and they're like, oh, it's great if you have asthma. It's not great if you're still a living, breathing human, because it's way too friggin' hot. But because I also didn't want to drown on air, I've got my floaties, my flotation device. We take safety very seriously here. And I thought that because I generally carry my own spare tire, I should just have one around my waist in the event that I am totally, taken aback by my own comments, because let's face it, I'm just as surprised as everybody else. So we didn't get to see you guys last week because, I don't know, something about seniors graduating, something about, being monumental because of COVID. I don't generally enjoy sharing the spotlight, and the fact that I had to, even more didn't like it, but everybody got home safe, as far as I know. Unless whoever went missing wasn't very well received by the rest of the class, and in that event, nobody reported it. Which I'm glad. I'm glad because you know what? And it's true that you have these big moments in your life, like you have graduation or you have prom, and obviously you're not a fully formed adult. So you don't realize that you feel invincible, but like you really do. And sometimes silly mistakes are made. So I'm just glad to hear that so far everybody in the all the students in the county that graduated this week that had a celebration got home safe, and they lived to see tuition sit on your credit the rest of your life. Congratulations. Adulthood's really the best. So yeah, it's a good day here. We're enjoying the hot weather. I'm enjoying my pool. I haven't peed in it yet, and I'm excited because to me that shows real restraint, which is something that I have been told by a therapist that I don't have a lot of and need to work on. So thank you. Something people say like, oh, you don't always get something out of therapy. I did, and it said I should not pee in public pools. So stupid. The guys behind the camera are like, this is not what we signed up for. This is not what we came here for. So yeah, we've just had a lot of stuff going on in the last I've had some weird shit going on in the last 2 weeks. So first of all, I want to make fun of myself because, okay, everybody knows COVID. And honestly, I feel like men have not been bothered by this at all because, one, they don't generally love going out and spending money. 2, they can live without a haircut for a few weeks. What do they care? They don't get their nails done, their eyelashes, or this or that. So I don't do the lashes thing, but I do have monstrous eyebrows that I do generally have taken care of by a licensed professional. Shout out Stephanie Jandro at Main Street Style. She does my stash, my beard, anything that happens down here. Post babies. You're like, oh, that doesn't happen to ladies. It does. And I probably have some Italian in me by accident. My mom had post-college, anything might have been left over. But it, when you can't go to these places, whatever. So I thought, no, I'm just gonna thin out my eyebrows. My dumbass took a razor and I cut off most of my right eyebrow. It was totally missing, and I was like, oh my god, what? And I was about to go out. So I text Lana and I'm like, dude, what do I do? And I like take a picture of my face, and she was like, oh yeah, there's no coming back from that. And I'm not joking. It was like in the middle of the arch, which means nothing to men, but ladies, you're with me. My arch was totally gone. So it just looked like, oh yeah, her eyebrows going, oop, lost service, and then just like regained connection at the end of my eye. It was so bad. I've actually had, my face has had a really rough 2 weeks. So that happened, and I had to draw in my eyebrow. I have had to draw my eyebrow in since then, but at work, a few days ago, I think last week, I posted it on the page, or I posted it on the group. Okay, so for the first time since I've been at my office, I had to refill my stamp ink. Like, you know, like, oh, I count this. I had to refill it. So Cheryl, God love her, was like, oh, I'll teach you how to do it. So oh my God, did you guys, I can hear it. Do you see it? Look, I know your face, you can see it. You guys, we have a bug zapper. Okay, it's gone. So she was like, oh, I'll show you how to do it. So I grabbed my stamper, I pulled the little thing out, and there's like 2 holes, but then underneath it is like a whole tray full of type stuff. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you're nodding like you get what I'm trying to say. So I pull out this little unit that you're supposed to put the ink in, and she said, well, you know, you're supposed to put the tip of the squeezer in the stamper, and then let it be. But if you're in a hurry, you can just flip it, fill it, and then... Okay, well, I filled... And then I didn't flip it fast enough, so, like, I slow motion stuck it back in the stamper, and then I look all over my hands. It's in my new goddamn nails that I had just put on in 89 days. I had my nails put on, and everybody thought that because my mom's a nail tech that I would have nice nails. She's like, if I'm not working for anybody else for money, I'm not working for you for free. And she straight up was like, no thank you, ma'am. And then I get these beautiful nails, and I immediately just stick my hands in ink, basically. So I clean up the mess, and I think I'm fine. I think I'm good. I am not good. I was not good at all. I apparently didn't clean up all of the mess on my desk because I think it was a day or 2 later. I'm just working, and I'm in my own little corner of the office. And because of COVID, all of our boys have been told, like, work out of the office as much as you can, work on site, work from home, work in your trucks, whatever you have to do. So it's been pretty dead. I walk around the corner because I had to leave early that day, and I'm talking to Cheryl. And I was like, hey, turn the corner. Hi, Cheryl, I'm just going to leave. And she just starts busting out. And I know I'm funny, but I really didn't think anything I said was that comical until she was like, she goes, ooh, and told me I had gotten somehow into the ink, and it was all over my face. It was on my forehead, it was under my nose, it was on my face, and I got a lot of it off, but then when I actually went to look and take a picture, it was still like, it looked like I went to pick my nose. It was straight up like my nostril. It was in, I must have gone like this in my hair because it was on my forehead, and then when I looked deeper, it was in my friggin' hair and everything. And then today, because I thought, oh, that's my embarrassment for the week, it was not. It was not. Today, a very generous man brought homemade eclairs to the office. Yes, I had 5. Don't judge me. But so he brings them in. I bring them downstairs, and you know, all the boys were busy fighting a forest fire. So I was like, well, I'll just eat these while nobody's looking. And I had like, it wasn't even like, I don't know how to explain the chocolate, but it was like legit, like baker's chocolate. It was amazing, and it's very thick. And I took a bite, and it was like full on, as if I just like motorboated this eclair all over my face. But I didn't even notice. So I walk up the stairs, and Cheryl's like, Like this girl, and this is why I'm not married. Okay, first of all, that look was rude. Well, sorry. Justin's like, that's why. It's just added to the list. Added to the list of things that make me unacceptable as a spouse. But I had to get told 2 or 3 different ways how to clean my face off because I had chocolate everywhere. It's just been a mess. But today's weather, you guys, has been nuts. Oh, wait a minute. We have...
Oui, Nico, c'est Bougrans here, live on location. I do believe my first live on location is directly from the surface of the sun. Yes, that's what it feels like. It's 120 degrees out.
It is.
I mean, come on, it's not that hot in Vegas, Carlis. Oh, that's French for Carlis, in case you didn't know. So anyway, I mean, it's so hot, I saw a flickin' flock of geese flying south to cool off. What the hell's the point of that? Sorry about the bad language, by the way. So anyway, I drove by your place. I'm glad you have the kiddie pool out, and I'm glad you're playing it safe. I saw you sitting in it. I saw that inner tube around your waist. I think it was an inner tube. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. But you may want to head to the dollar store and grab some new floaties, because the ones you had in the front of you, I think they were deflating. So anyway, have yourself a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to you fathers out there. And thank you, mothers, for putting up with us on Father's Day as we just sit around and do nothing.
I don't know if I should be thankful, Beau Grand Dieu, for your super fantastic weather report. Listen, I don't even know what we would do if Beau Grand Dieu came with us. I don't know. I think he would just have his own show after this. I feel like we couldn't have him on because nobody would like me ever again. And really, I'm treading a thin line right now. But it really was like walking onto the sun. You know what actually he said to me a while ago? Because Beau Grand Dieu, as I move my tire around, he's actually not full of crap. It really was like walking on the sun. And he made a comment to me earlier about how he walked onto the pavement and he got stuck. You guys, I'm not joking. My mother. This actually happened to my mom. So we were walking. Anybody who's used to Fort Kent or is from Fort Kent will remember the history of the parking lot across from Walker's. Before it became an actual parking lot, it was just like a big open driveway that was like stopped by logs. But anyways, they were redoing the sidewalks or like right in front of the sidewalks in front of Walker's and Swamp Buck and whatever. So my mom and I went to have lunch there one day. And I remember this like, oh my God. So when we get out, there's a sign and it says stop and go or, oh no, stop and slow. I'm not joking, and I wish I was exaggerating. We go to leave, and my mom goes to talk to somebody that's running the stop and slow sign because she knows everyone. She steps off this sidewalk into the fresh friggin' tar. Gets her feet stuck in her flip-flops, and she was like, I'm not giving up these flip-flops. I love them. I'm not joking. She wouldn't get out. And it was like Roger Rabbit style. The guy's coming down the roller, like wicked slow motion. He's like, move all of the way. And she was like, I got these at the Goodwill for $1. I'm not moving. And I'm across the street already because I ran. And my flight or fight, I'm a flighter. I'm like United Airlines, guys. I'm out of here. I take off, and I'm across the street taking videos of her. She straight up refused to get out, and by this time, the guy holding the flag, who obviously was working super hard for his money, switches it from stop to slow, and that's when I get the picture of slow, and then my mom being pulled out of the tar in front of Swamp Buck. And I posted the picture because she was like, as if you're not going to come help me. And I said, listen, this is golden. I'm not letting this moment pass. Because if anybody knows me, my favorite saying Funny is funny. I don't care. If it's at my own expense, if that's at my family's or my children, funny's funny. And it was a full-on Roger Rabbit moment. And and I posted it to Facebook and told everyone, slow meant for the road, but it also showed mental capacity in that moment because she was just not leaving those shoes behind. Oh my God, that made me laugh. That made me... You're looking at me like, mm-hmm. But it really did happen. Oh my gosh. You guys.
The bug zapper.
Will I get zapped if I get it?
No, as long as you don't touch it.
Are you just saying that? I'm going to try to touch it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Like, how bad is this going to be? Okay, well, I can touch the button with my wet hand and then touch the thing with the other. Have you ever... Let me pull up my super flotation device. I feel like Serena Williams. I'm done. I wish you guys could hear them right now. Okay, wait. What do? I just touch this? Oh, it does turn red. Oh my God! Why didn't you guys tell me it would do that?
I did tell you it would do that. Look, it's changing colors now.
It is! Oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't do that with a wet hand. That is terrifying. My children are probably inside like, what does my mom do for work? Oh no, I want to do it again now.
Oh my God.
So that's what you do to bugs?
Yeah, you hold the button and you hit them.
No, my luck, I'll trip into this with the button and I'll get electrocuted. I could win the Wimbledon with this. Is Wimbledon the... Is that the tennis thing? Wimbledon?
Yeah, I think so.
None of us know.
I have no idea. You don't watch tennis.
No, I don't watch tennis. I was actually surprised that that's a thing, that people watch tennis. But now I'm scared that I'll fall in the pool with this thing. Listen, you know what? I have to tell everyone listening, I don't have access tonight of what people are saying. Only Jason and Justin do.
Yeah, so Aaron just said you're going to die right here on TV.
Is that Aaron Duma?
Winter.
Are you hoping that I'll die on TV? I think my will is official. I'm not quite sure.
So,
We'll just...
go over your head. There you go.
Okay, wait, I'll do it. I don't think I got... Look, they're teasing me now. Listen, these things really work. I thought they were a hoax. I didn't realize. That legitimately didn't feel good. I'm glad I didn't do it with my wet finger. I thought you guys were joking.
No.
Well, this is why we don't play with tasers either. Actually, do you want to hear a funny story? Because I also didn't think that pepper spray was real. I learned the hard way that is, in fact, a legit thing. Okay, so listen. I was living in Portland, and my girlfriend Raven was living on this really crazy street in Portland, Grant Street. Shout out to all the gangs, hey. And she was like, yeah, I got this pepper spray on a keychain that I keep on me, so whenever I'm going home or whatever, I'm fine. And I was like, are you sure it's even pepper spray? Like, how do you know it even works? And she said, well, I don't know. I'm just like kind of hoping, I guess. I'm like, well, let's test it out. Me, being the wonderful friend I am, I was like, I'll put some on my finger and then I'll try to put it in my eye and see. So I didn't want to get full sprayed. I didn't know what that would do. So I sprayed on my finger and I went like this. Nothing happened. And I didn't even feel like a little bit of something happening. So I was like, oh, well, try it a little bit deeper. Nothing happened. So then I sprayed my finger again and I went in the quint of my eye. Full on takedown. That stuff is crazy painful. And I didn't realize, first of all, that you shouldn't do that with contacts in. First mistake. Second mistake was, I'm going to rinse it off. And I just took water and went, pfft. So it just spread it everywhere. And I was legit dying on this pepper spray. And while I'm doing this, she was like, I hate to do this to you, Nicole, but I have to go. she left me to go blind in my own living room by myself. And then I was like having to Google ways to stop pepper spray. So now when I hear that people have been pepper sprayed, I actually feel really bad for them. I do feel really bad for them. What do you see online?
Chris said that you can subdue men with that shocker and trick them into hanging out with you.
Who's
Talk them into hanging
is that Chris Chassin?
No,
Chris Mel Christopher Melborg. I did not expect that from you. But you're right, though. I did think about it. It's a way to get men to hang out with me. Because I'm pretty sure that this is definitely a way to keep men away from me. What else are people saying? Because I don't have access.
for a good time, call Nico and her swatter.
Who said that?
Same person.
Oh, I just think it's so funny that Chris Malmborg had very bad service. And then all of a sudden, he's good enough service to tell me all these truthful things about myself. It's very weird to be sitting here with, like, no sense of time, no sense of anything. It's very weird.
We didn't trust you in the pool with our electronics.
Yeah, okay, so for people who don't know, normally I have a mic hooked to my butt, so anybody who's ever listened to the show before always knows they hear because I can't sit still. And then the mic comes up around, and then I get here today and they were like, we are not hooking you up to anything expensive because you will ruin it. Which is true. I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted with anything. Really, like, even my own phone is just smashed to, like, smithereens, and it's awful. It is awful. You know what? I was, like, looking for my water and realized it was bottoms up, and that's exactly how I would float if I ever became unconscious in a pool, because, as Beau Grandier pointed out, I'm a little deflated up top. Jay, what are the people saying?
Water ballet. Aaron Winter.
Water ballet. Listen, we're keeping this PG-13, okay? I'm not standing up in this water pool. There are things that are not allowed happening because this bathing suit is too small for me. That's why I'm sitting on a crate, hoping I don't bust through. Like I said, there was enough displacement in this thing. Titanic had no chance. It's me in the water versus... You know what that reminds me of, though? That actually makes me think of... Were you as spiritually or emotionally invested in Titanic as the rest of us, Jack and Rose? No?
I was invested in Titanic, the ship.
Okay, yeah. I'm not asking about the actual vessel. But did you see where, like, some fanatics actually worked out the semantics of, like, the raft or whatever it is that they're calling it that kept her afloat, and it makes you wonder, you know what? I would be that way too. I'd be like, I love you, but I'm not getting in that water because if a shark's coming for anybody, it's going to be you. And that's not a lie. And if we were in nice Caribbean waters, I would stay up there and say, listen, if a dolphin's coming, it's coming for you. Although I did tell my BFF Maria that one day I would go in a shark cage with her. Because people do that for fun, you guys. Would you ever do that? Would you ever get in a shark cage? Jason's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah.
How much green would that take, Jess?
Oh, man.
Your name would be Snoop Dogg by the time you got in there.
Yeah, it'd be half a day. You get that.
No, by the time that happened, if you could even say your own name, I would be surprised.
Oh, no, trust me, I could say my name.
A whole thing of it. We were actually talking about a while ago, and I don't know if Jason can put up a poll. Can you do that? Can we create one?
It might take a couple of minutes.
It might take a couple of minutes, and that's fine because we have an hour at least. Well, really, until I run out of things to talk about, which in most of my first dates, people realize doesn't happen. We are considering a few different options for one of our next shows. Would you want to see a campfire? Or do you want to have a late night show where we just say all the words and talk about all the things with no censors, no worries? Let us know what you think. We have lots of people that write in privately with ideas and stuff, but we want to hear your thoughts or see your thoughts. Let us know if you want to do a campfire or if you want to have a late night show. Probably like, I don't know, like 11:30, something like that. Everybody's ignoring me at this point, so it really doesn't matter.
Allison says that she used to have her own part of the ocean necklace.
Allison who?
Allison Carney.
Allie! Okay, you guys, listen. First of all, Allie is married to the funniest dude in all of America, but they have the most beautiful baby. And I believe that she has a heart of the ocean necklace because almost 100% positive that Adam would paint her like one of his French girls. But I'm the only French girl that he knows, and I know Allie's cuter than me. So if he's painting her like he does me, then she's got some ugly boobs because his painting would be ugly because she's way hotter than me. Actually, most people are hotter than me, including Justin and Jason right here.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, I was just joking. That was just for the show. Girls are hotter than guys? Generally speaking. Well, listen, that was before COVID because we had our mustaches taken care of. We had all these things. And then especially like moms, because after you have children, like you lose full control of your body. So it's just like you wake up with a beard one day and you're like, great, this is my life now. I'm living as a man. Like,
Is that why you were buying weed whacker string and
I was trying to wrap it around my pink dollar razors. Like, how's this gonna work? Just trying to get it. I actually did laugh, and well, you guys know because I tried to blow up both sides of these and get them on my arms, but I couldn't get it past my wrists, so I had to like deflate it. It wasn't. My pride wasn't the only thing deflating when I tried to put these on, and I was surprised I even got in this inner tube because I already carry a spare tire. But Justin watched me try to get into this thing, and I almost drowned like 3 times. In a kiddie pool! You can drown in 3 inches of water. Well, maybe 4 for me, because I have a pretty big nose. It, like, props me up. No, you guys, I'm not joking.
Justin knows you can do a lot with
For those of you who did not hear, Jason just said, Justin can do a lot with 3 inches.
Wow. Too bad it's not.
We were laughing the other day about, well, I was laughing at my face the other day because my friend Aubrey came over to my house and she was like, don't mind me, full Baywatch, like completely zinked her nose out. It was all white. And so we got talking because we're both super fair skinned, super light skinned, burn really easily. And I said, well, if there's anything I've learned, it's that my nose creates enough shadow for like this part of my face. So whenever I do get like a lot of sun in a day, this and this is always white because just so my nose is big enough that it keeps like that whole section shadowed off, but the rest of me is like beet red. It's actually kind of embarrassing, but that's okay. Jay, you're smiling. What do we have? What do we have coming at us?
nothing. Aaron thinks that the shark cage is awesome.
Aaron Winters? Okay, well, he has a problem then if shark cages are awesome. I don't know anybody else who thinks that's cool. Like, Maria is obsessed with the ocean and all of these crazy things. I'm like, how do you do it? I can't get into... No, you want to know why? Because nobody ever thinks about this. Seagrass. Right? You don't think about it.
Brushing against your leg.
Oh, you just be going along and then your friggin' legs get ripped. Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do wet grass. I can't do any of that kind of thing.
Seaweed brushing against your leg.
Oh, why do you hate me so much? You're the worst voiceover. You're the worst. You would never be on Blue Planet. Never. You would never, listen, we watch Blue Planet, you guys, like, Nobody's goddamn business. My son will like tell me, he tells me all these crazy things like, did you know this about and I was like, how did it take me 5 years to potty train you and you can tell me every species of every fish that lives below 15,000 feet? I don't understand. Should I have come at you at a different angle? I don't understand. Oh, all right, listen, we do have to take a quick break. We're going to be gone, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, and we will be back. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to hear for Father's Day weekend. If you have some funny stories, we definitely want to hear them. I obviously have some in store. We'll see you guys back in a few minutes. Welcome back. I did just want to mention to anybody who is wondering, because we actually have, I know this always sounds like a cliche, like I've gotten so many messages, like I haven't gotten an overwhelming amount of messages, but we have had a few. If you want to catch really anything that has ever come from No Nonsense, or if you want to catch really anything that we talk about, like the graduations, even masses, anything, you go to St. John Valley Alive. On Facebook, you can watch them. We're on YouTube. So if you don't want any record of anybody, of you ever watching it, like you don't want to host a watch party, go to YouTube. You can look up St. John Valley Live and you'll find all of our stuff, including me. And I do want to mention to anyone who didn't see the post, we have a No Nonsense page and we have a No Nonsense group, which makes it kind of confusing, like where you need to go to find some stuff. So we're going to be taking the page down. And by we, I mean Jason, because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So he'll be taking the page down tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed to the group, that's what you're going to want to do. And that way you'll get to catch us and hear about all my shenanigans from week to week. Speaking of shenanigans, okay, so you know how every time I go anywhere, like I make kind of a fool of myself? Well, today I went to Family Dollar because I was like, they have a lucrative stash of pool wear, if you will. Got my armbands, got my safety goggles on. So while I was in line, I see this lady that I'm friends, well, I guess I'm friends with, like we're not enemies, like we know each other. Anywho, I'm standing behind her and she goes to pay and then she kind of turns and looks at me and, like she recognizes me and she goes, just seeing you makes me want to have one of those beverages. And I'm thinking, okay, so she knows me from my bar, First Mile Brewing. So I'm like, totally condone it. Have beverages, go check them out. They've got a patio open. You can get growlers to go, all sorts of fun things. And then she's like, no, you make me want to have a spicy margarita. Look at that. I got someone trying to light my fire. And now he's getting out of view because he wants nothing to do with me. So she was like, yeah, I just want a spicy margarita, which made me think. During COVID, I became quite good at mixing beverages. And I will post the recipe in the comments for those who are interested. But my BFF and I came up with a coconut lime spicy margarita that will change your life. It'll make you a brand new human. It'll make you cute if you're not cute. It'll make you feel cute, at least. You might not actually, pull a Cinderella. You might still be a little homeless person, but you're going to feel good about yourself. And it was delicious. So I'm telling her about this beverage, and I said, well, if you like margaritas, then you should try this one. And the cashier was like, really? Because I'm pretty sure she only drinks holy water. And she was so dead serious about getting this recipe. She full on took her receipt, flipped it over, asked to borrow a pen, and she's writing it down. And I'm looking behind her like, yep, you want to get this brand and this and this. So if you really want to know what it is, it's a spicy coconut lime margarita. And I can post it when the show is over. But yeah, I just thought, I was like, I don't even know how many times that has happened. Where somebody will see me I was at the grocery store the other day minding my own business because you're not allowed to get anybody else's business unless you have a mask on. And there was two people I've never met before, and I heard them, I knew one of the ladies. They were talking to themselves about IPAs, and I don't know what a hazy IPA is, and I don't know what this means. And I was like, enter Nicole. Turn around, totally barged into their conversation and was absolutely talking up all of the beer from First Mile that they needed to be getting. And I think at first they just thought I was an alcoholic, which would make sense. But I said, it does help Justin's laughing. He's like, yeah, I think everybody thinks that. I said, but it does help that I actually serve that beer. Usually. Pre-COVID, every Saturday. But it is nuts. Have you guys been to, and write in the comments or write on the group chat, whatever we're doing right now, about, have you been out since restaurants have reopened? Have you checked it out? Jay, have you guys gone anywhere yet? No, it's intense. Justin, have you been out? Have you been out anywhere since, like, to eat or whatever, since they've reopened?
Nope. I like to stay cuddled in my little hobbit hole.
In your little hobbit hole. Okay, well, I can tell you that I do not. So I have been out a few times, and it's crazy. It's stuff that you don't even think about. Like, we went to supper last night because, I'm not joking, you guys, my children, especially my son, his idea of a big night out is going to Swamp Buck and having spaghetti. Like, he loves it. We normally, my son and I, and anybody who knows us, we go every Thursday for date night, and it used to be Swamp Buck, he would get spaghetti, I'd get whatever I felt like, and then we would go to the movies. And whenever they reopened, at first I was like, I don't know what we should do, but we ended up going last night. They don't, like, you're not allowed to have salt and pepper free at the table. Like, you can't have ketchup, nothing. So they bring it all to you in, like, individualized little ramekins or to-go containers. So anybody who's never worked in a restaurant or in the service industry, those little black cups you get, those are called ramekins. And, like, if you ask for salt and pepper, you get a little ramekin, and it has, like, 6 packets of salt, 6 of pepper, and then that, you know, you have to ask. And anything that goes to your table, even if it's a little plastic thing of sour cream, if you don't use it, they have to throw it away. And all I can think is landfill. But whether or not you use it, it's going to go there anyway. So it's kind of like, if you order it at all, you're adding to the landfill. Because even if you use it, it's still going to go. It just makes me sad. It makes me kind of like, a little bit. I was really hoping that while you were doing that, you would fall in the water.
You really want me in that?
I do. I'm just saying, it would have been funny. Like, I would have held your head under. But no, it makes me really sad to think about all these crazy things. But what I am glad about, look at the uptick in people going to the drive-in. Like, I don't know if they've had this much business in a while, but everybody's like, I've got nothing else to do at 9 o'clock at night on a Friday. Except listen to Nico. Every Friday, subscribe, like our channel, hit the button down below. Listen, if you hit my button down below, you'll be doing more than watching my show. Hey-o. I'll give you a thumbs up. So stupid. You guys, me snorting just reminded me of, okay, so listen. Obviously, I'm ADD. And lately, well, forever, like excess noise or like music or something on the background just kind of helps me, whatever. So at work, I've been just hitting, like, I'll turn Facebook on, then I'll just hit the TV screen and like just, 30-second videos or 4-minute videos, whatever will come up, and it's just random. Well, my phone knows I'm ghetto as hell because all it's been playing is Jerry Springer reruns from like 2016. I didn't even know it was still running in 2016. Like, did he have a revamp I didn't know about? Because I feel like he died in the 90s. Like, did he come back from life? Was God like, we don't want you here? And they'll just like send him back to Earth? Because I truly thought Jerry Springer was dead. Sorry, dude. I thought you died. I mean, I guess so. Because then you... Okay, so this is what I have a question on. There was Jerry Springer... And his big, burly man was Steve Wilkos. Everybody loves Steve. He, like, stopped all the fights. And then he got his own show. So, like, when did Steve Wilkos... Is there a man coming through the woods right now? Is that my child coming through the woods at me? Okay, so if anybody's worried about a Sasquatch, it's just my kid. So you had Steve Wilkos. And then he had his own show, but, like, did his show stop and then Jerry Springer came back on? That's what I don't understand. There's weird things that have happened anyway, so I never realized, obviously, as a child, first of all, I was not allowed to watch that show. So when I did see it, I was like, oh, it's so real. Now I watch it and I'm like, a lie. My whole life has been a lie. Jerry Springer. But you know, I do think the fights are real because some of those punches you just can't fake. Those noises and reactions you can't. Imagine if we had one like a county Springer. Like, who would host it? You know what? I think it would be our county commissioner, old Ryan. Love you, Ryan, but though I feel like you get yourself into some heat. Could you imagine that he had to like negotiate a talk show, and he's like, "All right, well, you did this, and you posted this, and then like just two people just go at it," and he had to be super diplomatic about it. I would like that.
I would watch that. Pay to watch
Did
that.
we get any responses to the poll? Did you put it up?
Yeah, no,
I feel like we're getting. Is this going to CPS? I just cut film, cut tape. No, my kids think this is absolutely the most amazing. I don't think people realize like what comes into or goes into
sorry, my wife is watching.
a show. Yeah, is she watching them? Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I thought he was hiding behind the stump. I don't think people realize like what goes into a show. It's not just like a really modern laptop that we just sit in front of a pool and I talk to. There's like a whole thing. There's like a whole thing behind it. It took you like, if you can imagine, it took them 3 or 4 hours to make this look good. I've got nothing to explain that behavior, and I apologize. Things are getting a little unruly around here.
Children of the Corn.
It's Children of the Corn. It's, you know what? This is life as a mama. And it's Father's Day weekend. You know what my father asked? Well, yeah, Father's Day weekend. Or in my case, absent Father's Day weekend. We celebrate Father's Day, obviously, for my dad, because he truly is the best man I ever know. But you know what he asked for? He's so humble. He's so modest. He's like, I don't need anything. I'm like, no, Dad, I really want to get you something. I really want to, like, show you how much I appreciate you. What can I get you? And he goes, you really want to help me or, like, show me that you love me, Nicole? I'm like, I do, Dad. What can I do? And he's like, leave me the hell alone. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Just pretend I don't exist for, like, a full 24 hours. I'll be fine. I'm like, Dad, I don't know. That seems kind of weak. He's like, nope, no, that'll actually be the greatest thing you could ever goddamn do for me. Just leave me the hell alone. Oh, I want people to leave in the comments their favorite Father's Day. I don't know. Do people have traditions? Do you guys have Father's Day traditions? Manly things, hunting, fishing. So my son and I were talking about fishing the other day coming back from my girlfriend's house. And he was talking about his grandpa, Dan. And he was like, my grandpa Dan fishes in ponds. And I was like, yeah, he can fish all sorts of places. He fishes like a Viking. And I was like, what exactly do you think Vikings do? Oh. Cut to an emergency report from Gros Boyeux.
We love Nicole. It's Boganized here back on location. Now that things have cooled down a hair, we're at a nice, comfortable 92 degrees right now at 7:30 at night, or 8:18 to be exact. And I would like you to know that I've spent the last half hour wringing my underwear out from sweat. I've had to wring them out about 17 times now. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Love the radial tire you're wearing, by the way. It's very, very flattering. Hope you don't get a flat. So, anyway, we're going to make some s'mores here soon. Des bons s'mores tabarnak, hein? C'est bon? That's French for it would be good, huh? So come grab one, but it's still so hot we have to pour the freaking chocolate bar onto our s'mores. Unbelievable. But yeah, we're going to talk soon. Stay cool, stay wet, And I'm talking about the pool, Nicole, so get your mind out of the gutter.
Won't do it.
Let's organize you back on location.
That's it. I was saying it wrong. Beau Grand Dieu. Listen, for anybody who doesn't know Beau Grand Dieu, you're missing out. You absolutely need to put his name in the search bar. And I will type it because if you don't know how to spell in any French words, you're not going to be able to figure that out. But Beau Grand Dieu has some amazing, super informative videos. And in the next coming weeks, we actually have quite the surprise. We have a new on-location video that we're going to be doing that Justin's super excited about because I'm probably going to get hurt in the making of one of our next videos. But we do have some very exciting stuff coming up, and I'm not just saying that to like be a douche. We actually really do that I'm actually very excited about. And we were very happy to come to you guys live from Boucher Beach with my tires on. We want you to leave all your comments, all your thoughts, all your feedback on the page. Oh my God. I just started flooding this place. I knew I shouldn't have had that extra eclair. I had 4 of them and this is what happens. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll show up at another time next week if I haven't drowned everybody here.